Hey, cousin. We back at it. Another week, another opportunity to grow. I know you said, Ken, come on, man. I'm tired. I'm tired of the lessons. I'm tired. I know. That's why the title of this live is to rest if you feel tired. It's okay. On the spiritual path, you're going to get tired, okay? So resting is very important. Hey, everybody that's coming in, how y'all doing? For those of you who don't know me, I am Marie Moses, but everybody knows me as your favorite cousin Ken from my previous YouTube channel, Can Be the Light. Yes, it is me. I am back. I took 3 years off from working and recording and doing all of the online things so that I can work on myself, and it has served me very well. And I am here to assist a specific special group of people in this world that have a special purpose, but right now, you're a little hard-headed, okay? You're a little bit hard-headed, and you know I'm going to come on and tell you the truth, all right? It's time for you to rest so that you can create. And I know that we live in a world that says, oh, go out and work. Go do more. Go be more. Go do the thing. But when you are aligning spiritually with our Creator needs you to rest so that you can hear, okay? You cannot hear if you're always moving. This is my sign language, so you can't. No, but it's real, okay? So when you are guided to slow down and rest, thank you for the love. Thank you for everybody coming in. Hey, how y'all doing? Hey, how y'all doing? When you're guided to rest, this is not punishment. This is not, spirits stopping you and blocking you and all these things. But sometimes you can be blocked. I'll just tell you the truth. Sometimes you can be blocked. So if you feel like things are not working out for you, you don't have the motivation you used to have to do the things you love, you could be blocked spiritually, okay? But there's a reason why. There's always a reason why. It's not a bad thing. It's just time for you to slow down. It's time for you to check in with yourself. This is how we connect to our Creator. We connect to our Creator by connecting to ourselves. So many of us, like me, I grew up religious. So I grew up in a church. I was told that you need to go to church so that you can connect to the Creator. You need to read your Bible. You need to do something external so that you can get in alignment with the Creator. That's what I believed. That's what I did for many years. That's what I taught my children. It's just what I knew. Until I went down the path, okay? Easing on down the spiritual road. And I started to discover tools and different spiritual things, right? A lot of you know me from reading tarot. I read tarot for many years. And going down this path that nobody else around me was going on, it led me to discover not only things about the spiritual realm that I didn't know, but things about myself, which is the purpose for it all. So I learned a lot about myself, but I also learned that the way that we connect to our Creator is by going within. So this is why you hear a lot of people saying this: go within, take some time away, go out in nature and all these things. Spiritual people bring certain information here to this planet, okay? And I know that it's looked at like a bad thing, being a spiritual person or, who's witchy or whatever. But spiritual people are the they're the ones, because it's not one, but they're the ones that are assisting with raising the vibration of the planet. And if you know anything about the YouTube spiritual community, look, we're going off on this, but it is what it is, need to be said. If you know anything about the spiritual community, it started on YouTube. Before there was a TikTok, it was on YouTube. And that's where I come from. And there were thank you for the love, there were a lot of us that came through YouTube at a certain point in time where we all started to awaken. We all were going through this twin flame situation or soulmate situations or breakup situation. It was just a lot of things that we were going through emotionally. So we were all there connecting through readings, tarot reading. And there's a lot of people who are still on that path, who are still at that point. But The message that we were receiving from the spiritual realm was assisting us with moving forward. This is the reason why you hear everybody talking about energy. This is the reason why you hear everybody talking about meditation, because spiritual people are bringing that information from the spirit realm here. You're not learning about that at church or nowhere else that you go. They're not teaching you how to go within and connect to the spiritual realm. They're not teaching you that. Okay, so if somebody is telling you that you need to be afraid of spiritual people or the spiritual path and things like that, figure it out for yourself. Don't let people put fear in you because they don't understand it. A lot of people don't understand it. I didn't understand it because, like I just told you, I came from I came from a churchy background. So being spiritual and doing the things that I was doing was like, okay, a big no-no. Like, what are you doing? So I didn't tell people what I was doing. I was just learning and doing. And on the spiritual path, that's how you learn. You do and then you learn. That's how it goes. And it is what it is. But I'm saying all that to say, don't just shut people out because they're not like you. Okay? There's a lot of things that you can learn from people that are not like you. And it's okay. I'm open to learning from anybody. I listen to anybody. No, I don't. Dang. Spirit just got up and said, you're lying. You're lying. No, you don't. I listen to people that I feel like I need to listen to. Put it like that, okay? And I just feel like it's important for us to do that because there's so many of us that are coming together. We're not all the same. We're not all the same color. We're not all the same race. We don't believe in the same things, but we all have the same Christ-like heart. It's a consciousness. It's an energy that is put in us. It's embedded in who we are. And we all come together, or we're coming together to help each other to heal and to grow and to become the greatest version of ourselves. Thank y'all for the love. Thank y'all for the love. Thank y'all for the shares. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. We're coming together. Okay? And I am here to assist you on your journey. Women especially, but men, if you're here, you can stay. But I'm here to help you on your journey because if you're overworking and stressing yourself out, you're not going to be able to connect to spirit. You just can't. You just cannot. And I know that you have bills to pay. You have things to do. And that's always the excuse, right? It's always the excuse. We got things to do. But you choosing to do all the things that you're doing is blocking you from getting that connection that you need to your power source. Our creator is the power source. All right? So when you hear me talking about spirit, we want to become one with spirit. We want to be one with the source of all so that we can get our power. Thank you. We cannot get our power if we're trying to do all the work. But we're not taught this. This is something that we're not taught. But there are people like me that are here to tell you the truth. And I know it's going to shake up your foundation. Trust me, I know. Because I got my foundation shook up too, all right? I'm telling you. You're going to find out a lot of things when you start connecting to the spirit realm because the truth is always going to override everything. And when you're okay with that, then you'll be okay. You won't be upset. You won't be throwing a temper tantrum. You won't be ready to jump off somewhere because you find out the truth about what really is going on in this world and in your family and in your life and everything, okay? You're going to know the truth. But this is how you grow, all right? So when we work and work and work, it's a lot of times because we don't want to sit still so we can hear, okay? The ears come on, all right? Not the ears you see right here, them other ears. And y'all who's spiritual, y'all know what I'm talking about. You got another set of ears, all right? I know you see these two eyes on your head, but you got another set of eyes, all right? And I ain't just talking about a third eye. I'm talking about a set of eyes that is always open. Even when you close these eyes to go to sleep, them eyes is always open. Just like our creator, always watching all the time, okay? There's a lot of things that you can do. You're so powerful. We are so powerful as humans. But, you know, of course, we're not just humans. We're spirits in a human body. But we have so much power, but we cannot access this power because we're always working and tinkering and doing, okay? Can't get to it like that. You can't get to it going to the church. I'm just telling you the truth. That's why a lot of people are going away from it. And I'm not here to tell you to go away from your church. If you at the point where you in church, stay in the church. Because I did it for years. Okay? That was my foundation. Whatever your foundation is, normally your parents gave it to you. Keep it. Don't get rid of it. Or whatever it is that helps you to get through the day, do that. Don't stop doing that. But when you're ready to grow, remember, you can't stay on milk forever. You got to get off that milk and get on to some of this solid food. For real. Or you can have this connection to our Creator that is going to give you power and abilities that you will not get anywhere else. You're not going to get it from a teacher. You're not going to get it from a minister, a preacher, a book. You're not going to get it from your mommy, your daddy, your sister, your brother, your mentor, me, nobody. Nobody. And our Creator is calling you. You're getting the call to slow down. And if you have the vision and Spirit has given you assignments and you are an entrepreneur, whatever it is that you're doing, don't go so far ahead of Spirit. Slow down. Slow down. This is what Mother Nature teaches us. When you go outside in nature, you're not just out there talking about, oh, I went in nature today. Everybody said we should go in nature. I went out there. No. Okay, I'm out here. What do I need here? Please, let's not make this a religious thing, okay? I can't stand it. I can't. You said pre-K here. Hold on, wait a minute. I missed it. Deconstruction was so hard, but I'm free. Yeah, you said deconstruction was so hard. Okay, so you're a preacher kid. I know it was hard. You said I was thinking about you the other day. No disrespect, but did you used to read on YouTube? Yes. Yes, I used to read on YouTube. That ain't disrespectful. That's a part of my journey. Yes. Yes, I did. I am the one. Can be the light. Yes, I am. Okay. That was a part of my journey. I could not be this person that I am today without doing what I did on YouTube. I could not be this person because there's so much of me and my bloodline that is connected to spiritual practices that I just can't get rid of. And I always say that somebody in the bloodline gonna get that work, okay? Spirits on the other side, and I always say spirits even though it's one. But you know, the forces on the other side gonna find somebody. Because a lot of us, especially Africans here in America, sidebar, our ancestors and people who have come before us have already opened the doors. So those entities were being fed for many generations, and now they're not being fed at all. So a lot of times the things that we're struggling with in our family, it's because these doors have been opened and nobody's closing them. Nobody's doing the work. You said, oh my God, I thought that was you. Yes, it's me. Yes. Nobody's doing the work. Nobody's doing the work. Nobody is going away from the traditional way of living like everybody else and getting on the spiritual path so that you can discover, so that you can connect with those guides that are on the other side. There are levels. You don't just shoot straight up and connect to our Creator. You have to go through those levels. And even if you're in religion, you're going to go through an entity, whatever you call the entity, the force or the third party or whatever. You're going to go through that. And some people just stop there. They say, okay, that's it. But you go beyond that because you're supposed to do greater things than whoever it is that you're going through or whatever you call it. You're going through it, okay? And it's teaching you, showing you the way. There's a lot of entities on the other side that can do that for you, okay? There's a lot of them. It's the truth. Say, you look so different but beautiful. Hi, I remember you. I thought about you. God bless. Thank you. Thank you. I went away for a while. I did. I had some work to do. I did. I lost a lot of weight and I needed to focus on myself. And the rest I'm telling you all to get, I had to do it. I took 3 years off from work just to work on myself. And I needed that. I needed that time. And our Creator is giving us time off. And we don't even take it. We won't even take it. It's crazy. You see, I immediately hit follow because I recognize you from YouTube. Hey, cousin. Oh, my goodness. Look, y'all know my cheeks gonna start hurting. Thank you. Oh, my goodness. You got a flash go. Oh, I gotta go? I don't know. Y'all know I don't know about the TikTok game. I don't know. Thank y'all for liking, okay? Sharing. Hit the share button or hit the arrow at the bottom and hit copy. That's how you do it. And then hit it 10 more times after you do it once. That's what I do when I go on other people's live. Sidebar. If you really like a person and what they saying, you can hit the like button, but go down to the share button at the bottom, hit that arrow, and click the copy link, and keep on clicking the copy link. Because that's how you send out whatever they're going live talking about. That's how they send it out to other people. But I'm just telling you this. It's time to rest because you have something great to do. And, oh man, you're going to have to go by yourself. That's the scary part. That's the scary part. Because you're not going to have people around to talk to sometimes. You may not have family that understands you. You may not have it. You may not have the support in all of those things. But many of you, you've been living like this your whole entire life. You've always been the outcast. You've always been the one in the family that everybody is, talking about or whatever the case may be. You've always had to stand on your own 2 feet your whole life. And this is why. You may feel like, well, why do I always have to be the outcast? Why can't I have friends? Why can't I get treated like everybody else? Why don't people call and check on me? Why, because you are the leader. You're the trailblazer. The elect are a group of people that came here to do something powerful. You didn't just come here just to say, oh, I'm chosen, and, God don't play about me and all this stuff that people say. That's not what you came here for. You're going to go through a lot of suffering. You're going to go through a lot of things that other people don't have to go through, but you're being developed. You're here being developed. So when we try to attach ourselves to things, that's where we find pain. That's where we have issues because we feel like, oh, I want to attach myself to this person or this job or this business or this place or this family. And then you have an issue because you didn't come here for that. Other people, they can have a best friend for 20 years. Not you. Not you. Because you have to go to our Creator. You have to go to Spirit. You have to connect to Source for everything. And the moment you think you're going to connect to something here in this physical realm, I bet you ain't going to work out. It's not going to work. It's not going to work until you get your mind right and you understand the assignment. So when you're spending quiet time with Spirit, Spirit's going to make this very clear for you who you are and what you came here to do. And a lot of people don't know. So you're just doing whatever. You don't know what to do. Maybe you're working on a job. Or you start a business just to make money or whatever the case may be. Trust me, there's levels. We all go through it. Thank you for the love, y'all. We all go through it. But then there comes a point on the path where it's like, okay, you're mature enough. You know enough. It's time for me to tell you the truth. It's our Creator. It's time for me to tell you the truth. You can accept it or you can reject it. It's time for you to make a move. You can move or you can stay. And when we choose to stay the same and keep doing the same thing, it's over. It's over. And then you end up in a cycle and you're like, dang, I don't want to be here. Dang, I need to get out of this cycle. And you're like, dang, what do I do? You got to stay in it. You got to stay in it. So if you feel like you're in a cycle right now where you're like, oh my God, I don't know what's going on in my life. I don't know what's going on. Okay. It's time for you to move forward. It's time. And the decisions that you make are very important. Oh, I'm taking a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Because I ain't going to talk about religion. I ain't going to keep on going back to that. But I just got to tell you the truth. Because a lot of times we feel like we can do whatever we want. You can do whatever you want. Plead the blood. Pray. Do this. Do that. And it just wipes away everything. You just don't have to do. No. There's so much that you have to change. You're going to die 1,000 deaths on this path. I'm telling you the truth. You're going to transform so much on this path. But you have to be willing. You have to listen and be willing and be teachable and coachable so our Creator can talk to you and you follow that guidance. There's a time for us to do whatever we want to do. That time is over. This world is changing very fast and we need to be in position. And I'm here to tell you because, look, we have a job to do here. This is business. This is not personal. You down here frolicking and playing and running through the daisies and kissing your boyfriend and girlfriend and all that. 86, all of that. Okay? You came here to do something. You have a job. You have a responsibility. And there are thousands of people that are dependent on you, if not millions of people that are dependent on you. I know who I'm talking to. So if you're having a hard time getting through day to day and getting through situations that, are going on in your life, you're not going to be able to get to that next level and help other people because you're not going to be able to handle it. Okay? Hey, cousin. Hey, LaJoy. It's my cousin. Said, but we have to make it fun or people will check out. Yeah, it's going to be fun. Like when you live in this flow with spirit, life is fun. It's just, you don't have to make it fun. It just is. People think I'm just like a happy person all the time. I'm not always happy. I get upset. I get frustrated. I get these other emotions all the time. But that's not my energy all the time because I'm in the flow with spirit. So you know how they say the joy of the Lord is my strength or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's an inner joy that I have inside of me. It's not because of something that I have or something that I do. It's just what is because I allow it. I'm not trying to fight things anymore. I'm not trying to make things happen no more. I'm not trying to make relationships work or make this work or that. If it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. I'm just focused on what I came here to do. And when you get focused on what you came here to do, then life just is a big playground for you. You can do whatever you want. And Spirit will give you abilities. Look, you going to get some abilities that other people don't have. You're going to be able to do some things that's going to surprise you. You're going to say, oh. And then what Yahshua did, that's exactly what he did. You're like, oh, I didn't know I could do that. I didn't know I could do that. You're supposed to do that. Working on a job and working in the business is not going to help you to connect to that power, but you need that power. You need that power because if you don't have your power, then somebody else is going to have power over you. And that's most of the world. Most people do not live a life that they want to live. Even if they're making a lot of money, they don't enjoy their life. They don't enjoy being in their body. They don't enjoy anything about their existence because they feel like this is what I have to do. I do what I have to do. But when you go down that dark spiritual path, okay, you're going to come up into the light. You're going to connect to the source and you're going to get the truth. The truth is you can do whatever you want to do. You can do whatever you want to do. If you want to quit a job tomorrow, you can walk out the door and say, I'm done. I'm done. I've done it. I have done it. Now be strategic, be smart. I'm not telling you just to walk out and you have responsibilities, but at least plan. What are you going to do? If you don't want to be on a job, for example, then what are you going to do in the next 365 days to get you out of there? 1 year you can retire. Get out of there. You don't have to stay. If you're in a relationship and you feel like, I don't want to be with this person. I don't know how to tell them I don't want to be with them. Stay. Stay with them, okay? Just stay. All right? But you're not going to be happy. You're not going to be satisfied. And you came here, like Cousin said, you're supposed to enjoy your life. So when you let go, even though it may hurt them or you may not want to do it or you might be afraid or whatever the emotion is, okay, you have the emotion, but that doesn't stop you from doing what you know is best for you. Releasing what no longer serves you is a part of the game of life. That's a part of growth. That's a part of it. You said, I miss you on the other platforms where I followed you at way back in the day. Yes, I'm watching. I'm still over there. I'm over there. So you can watch the live replays over there at Lighthouse Women of Virtue. That's where I'm at. If y'all really want to connect to me, join us in spiritual alignment class. Y'all know I'm in spiritual alignment class. Those of you who don't know, if you're ready to move forward, if you're ready to connect to this power that I'm telling you about, if you're ready to live a life that you love and you enjoy, the only way to go to that level is to get connected with spirit. That's it. That's the only way I know. I don't know any other way. I don't know any other way. So when I was gone for 3 years and y'all didn't see me on YouTube, that's what I was doing. That's exactly what I was doing. I lost the weight. I relocated. I did all the things by myself. And it was the best thing I could have ever done because I was always so connected to my family, you know, to my mom and my siblings and all that. I was always so connected. I never lived by myself. I never had the opportunity to be alone. So when I relocated from Kansas City, Missouri down here to Atlanta, Georgia, this is a move that I made on my own. It was the best decision I could have ever made. The best. The best. You say you look good. Thank you. That's spirit. It's not me. Because I'm going to tell you, I tried to lose weight for 10 years and couldn't lose that baby weight. My daughter was 15 years old. I'm still holding on to baby weight. I could not get that weight off. But once I got in alignment with spirit, yeah, spirit gonna get you together. Spirit gonna get you together. All the cussing that I used to do. Yeah, I remember I used to be on there acting a fool. But I wasn't too crazy, too spicy, but y'all know how I was. I was very different. Spirit will change you. You will be renewed. Like, I don't know this God that people be worshiping. I don't know it. I don't know nothing about it. Because the God that says that you can just do whatever you want to do and just pray about it, nah, that ain't the one I know. That ain't the one I know. Because when spirit shows up, you going to change. You going to change or spirit ain't going to be there. That's it. So while people talking about they got this oil on them, it ain't no oil. So, okay, it's fire and water. That's spirit. Fire and water. Electricity. Okay? All up and through here. And if your energy is not right and you're not purified, it will burn you up from the inside. So that's the reason why we are guided to eat a certain way, to live a certain way. This is the reason why we're called a peculiar people, because we are different. We don't do what they do. We don't go where they go. We don't act like they act. We don't dress like they dress. We're different. So when you are guided not to celebrate holidays and do all the things that other people are doing, they say, oh, this is just the world way and we don't have to stop. When spirits say you don't give another dollar to another corporate company, don't do it. Spirit will tell you that. But people feel like, oh, it's my money. I can go do what I want. I could just, and don't even know whole time they got all this money. Whew. Because they're connected to the prince of the air of this realm. So all the money that they spending is going to all of these companies that are doing all of this crazy stuff behind the scene, and they don't even know it. And spirit ain't going to tell them nothing. Spirit don't even talk to a lot of people. That's why I say it's levels. And we all got to go through these levels. We all got to connect to these spirits on the other side. And I don't care what nobody say. They say, no, I'm just connected to the Most High. I bet you you're not. I bet you not. You got to get cleansed off. You got too much on you, your family, your bloodline. Somebody gonna have to come through and get it right. Get it right. And if you listening to me, you're the one. You are the one. Not because you chose this path, but this path chose you. Our Creator chose you. There's a lot of people that are choosing themselves. They say, oh, I'm chosen. I'm the elect. Thank you. I'm the elect. I'm the chosen because I got a hard life. Baby, everybody got a hard life down here. You didn't know? This is Earth School. So what? But it's different for the elect because you're set apart from everybody else. That's the difference. Thank you. You're set apart. And my cousin LaJoy, you know. Yes. You're set apart. And you're trying to fit in, and you never will. You're trying to do what everybody else does, and you can't. You just can't. And you wonder why the whole world is against you. From birth. You could be abused as a child and trying to figure out why. What did I do? You have a light in you. You have an energy that you carry in you. It's embedded in who you are. So the world is going to be against you. But we already know that, right? You still trying to fit in? You still trying to do what everybody else is doing? It's going to break your heart. And really, when you get to a certain point on the path, it's really you breaking your own heart because you know better. You should know better by now. You're not going to be able to do what other people do. You said, what culture am I? I'm black, y'all. I'm black, y'all. Because I'm blackity black. Why do people ask me what culture am I? Do I look like I'm something else? Definitely black. You say it's right. It is right. It is right. So, it's a hard path. It's not easy. It's not easy. Some days you don't know if you coming or going. But our Creator teaches how. Our Creator teaches us. We got to go through. We got to get chastised. The things you love the most, you may lose it. But if you try to hold on to it, then you can lose everything. Whatever you're willing to give up, you will get everything for that. So those of us that say, you know what, I'll give up this lifestyle that everybody else is living. I will discipline myself if I have to in order for me to be in alignment. I will do it. We are the ones that are set apart. We are the ones that are different. And there's nothing wrong with it. You may have to explain to your children why they can't do what everybody else doing. I do the same with mine. They'll get used to it. They'll get used to it. My son came to me the other day talking about, Mama, can I get a costume for Halloween? I said, boy, my son is 15 years old. The last one. And he's like, I just want to give me a costume. He loved Halloween, by the way. BTW. He just loved Halloween. He always had. And so we haven't celebrated Halloween in years. But he wanted to celebrate Halloween. And I'm like, I'm not buying you no costume. So, of course, his big sister, I'll buy you a costume. Don't worry about it. Ask Mama and see if I can buy it for you. I said, yeah, she can buy you a costume. But we need to agree on what kind of costume it is. Because I don't want you just running around looking like some, goblin or something. Like, I'm not for all that. I'm just not here for that. Like, it's just, no. I've been so disconnected from that type of lifestyle for so long. It's like, I ain't doing that. But I say, I don't completely tell him he can't do things because, of course, at his age, he's going to find a way to do it. So we have to agree, okay, on the costume, and I'm not buying it. Everything else he can figure out on his own. But, you're going to live a different lifestyle. Your children going to live a different lifestyle. They're not going to eat like everybody else. Everybody else eating chiclets and Cheez-Its and hamburgers and chickens and stuff. And they don't eat like that. It's different. It's different. Spirit will be like, no. Because when you grieve the spirit will leave you. And eating dead animals grieves the spirit. And a lot of people are getting that. So this whole vegan, vegetarian thing is just not a movement. Our Creator did not create the animals for us to eat them and consume them the way that we do. That's why a lot of people are getting sick from eating animals. And I've been telling y'all that since I came back. If you eating out and you eating fast food all the time, watch it. Watch it. A lot of people are going home, cooking their food at home, growing their own food. There's a reason why we're being prepared for that. Pay attention. Look. The signs are all around us. Pay attention. Okay? He said my daughter wanted to celebrate this year too. Yeah, my son did too. And I don't tell him he can't celebrate, but I'm not buying that. Now, when we first started transitioning, I didn't just tell him, no, we're not celebrating, We had a conversation and we had family meetings once a year, normally around the beginning of the year, talk about our goals and things like that. And years ago, I told them about this shift that we were getting ready to make. So I talked about it with them and told them, we weren't going to be celebrating Christmas and holidays and stuff like that anymore. And I explained to them why. If you explain to children why you're doing things, they understand. They're very smart. And they are on board, believe it or not. The children in this generation, they are very advanced. They understand. So they are like, okay, I can understand why we don't celebrate holidays and, do that type of thing. So can I have some money instead? Yeah. I'd rather give you the money and you can have the money and go do what you want to do with it. And it's the same thing for like his birthday. Like their birthdays, I don't go out and like do big parties like I used to, spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on birthday parties. I'm like, do you want me to give the money to you? Because I could give the money to you or I can go spend it on a party. I told them that years ago, and let me tell you, ever since we had that conversation, they've been looking forward to their money every year. They're like, yep, I know. They already spending the money before the money get in their head. I already know Mom about to give me some money. They got their cards ready. Yeah, I'm about to get this and that, or whatever it is that they want. Get what you want. But I'm not stressing myself because I used to stress myself out every year about birthday parties. All the time, especially when they were young. Oh my goodness. Because I was so stressed, I'll be running around. I got to get the cake. I got to get the balloons. I got to go do this. It was stressing me out so bad. And then I got to the point where I'm like, look, I'm not doing this no more. Okay? Because I started like decreasing all the stress in my life. All of it. So that was one of the things like, okay, if I ain't got to worry about no party, then I don't have no stress when it comes to that. So, yeah. They'd rather take that money. You'll be surprised. They take that money and go do whatever it is that they want to do with it, and you ain't got to worry about it. You said we haven't done Halloween in years. Yeah, we haven't either. And with my son, it's so funny why he's asking this year. I'm like, why are you asking this year? You haven't even put on a costume in so long. But I told him we'll think about it. He's like, Mom, I think I want to be a jester. I said, a gesture, like a clown or whatever? He was like, yeah. I said, what does a gesture do? He's like entertain the king. I said, well, why do you want to be that? And I have to think, I'm not 15, okay? I'm not young. So I have the ability to understand where he's at in his life and, to separate the two. So we're going to meet somewhere in the middle. I don't know if he's going to be dressing like no gesture, though. Because I told him, no, you can't be dressing up like some murderer or something like that. Here you go. I said, why would you want to dress up like a murderer? Dang, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you, boy? You said exactly. You said same with my daughter. Your daughter too? They are crazy. What is wrong with them? Something bit these children this year. They want to act up and get on our nerve. They know we don't do that. They know that. You said we stopped Halloween years ago, and I won't go back to celebrating. Definitely not during these times. Exactly. So that's why I said, I'm definitely not celebrating. I used to pass out candy. I used to do all that. I used to buy them costumes, and I used to feel like a bad parent if I didn't have the money to give them things. So I used to save up ahead of time to make sure that they had costumes and make sure for Christmas I could spend thousands of dollars on stuff. I used to do that stuff all the time. It was just stressing me out. And Spirit guided me from within. Like, you don't have to do that. So, of course, as a parent, you're thinking about your child. Like, I don't want my child to not have this and that. But then I was just guided to talk to them. Just explain to them, this is what's going on. And when you look at it from a business perspective, then you see that all these companies are just getting ready to make a crazy amount of money. And it's like, hold on, wait a minute. I'm stressing myself out trying to get thousands of dollars to buy Christmas gifts just so these companies can be successful. Y'all not giving me and my children none of this money. No. Done. Over with. We're not doing it no more. You said, like, go sit down somewhere. She's 15 too. Right. You said, nope. We're not doing that. You said, yep, I used to. And it was money we didn't have to spend. Thank God for delivering us from that. Exactly. And it was money we didn't even have to spend. Sometimes I used to be late on bills, Or my birthday is right around Christmas. My birthday is December 30th. So I would be like, sacrificing the stuff for my birthday and stuff I want to do because Christmas is 5 days before my birthday. So I'm like, I ain't gonna worry about it, I don't need nothing for my birthday. I make sure that he got this, the G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu grip. Man, we used to have so many toys in our living room. Oh my goodness, when they was younger. Oh my gosh. I used to be like, But I felt good. It's a mind game, okay? But I understand why people are still in that, because it is a mind game, because you feel good as a parent because you can go out and spend all this money on your children and see them happy. But then 2-3 months later, all the toys is gone. Everything gone. It's like, what happened to all that? What happened to these clothes? What happened to this? Oh, I don't know. And it's just a big waste. It's a big waste. You say, I hear that for real. You said, my in-laws so mad they don't celebrate no more. Oh, well, I don't care. Now, they can get gifts from other people. They go to the Christmas parties and all that type of stuff. But I'm not giving none of my children money or gifts or nothing. I don't give my mom gifts. I don't give nobody gifts. I've been stopped doing that. So, sorry. I can give one person a gift and then be like, okay, I'm just going to give my mom a gift. Because that's what I was thinking. Like, oh, I just want to give my mom something. I'm like, I'm not giving nobody no gift on Christmas. Don't even look this way. And don't buy me nothing either. I'm good. I don't need no Christmas gift. And so many years have passed. It's like, I don't even care about that stuff. Thank you. It just stresses you out. So we're stressed out as consumers, trying to get more money to go pay for this stuff. And then it's like, these companies just walk away like, they have made millions and millions of dollars, and we still trying to figure out, okay, how am I going to pay this light bill? Okay, let me see how I'm going to pay the rest of this rent because I done took half of my rent. Nah, that's over. Ain't nobody crazy. You said we do Kwanzaa. Yeah, we used to do Kwanzaa too. Yep, we used to do Kwanzaa. But I just really feel like at this point, I'm just like, I don't even want to put it in their mind. I don't want to put the holidays in their mind at all. I just don't. Because I'm going to tell you, when they don't think about it, they ain't worried about it. It's just like a regular day. It's a regular day around here. Holidays are a regular day. I probably will cook something because I cook every day. But I'm going to cook something. They tell me what they want to eat, and we eat together. And that's it. They going to do what they been doing. So they ain't worried about it. You say, hold on. Oh, that's my cousin. Hey, Sharon. You said, I hope I'm not too late. No, you're not late. You said, free from that pressure. Thank God. Yes, it's so much pressure. And it's so crazy. See, people don't believe in spells. This is why it's so important for us to learn the spiritual path. Even if you don't go as far deep as, many of us are going down. When you're on the spiritual path, things will be revealed to you. The truth will be revealed to you. When you're not on your own path and you're going down a path that is paved for you, or, you're being guided to live a certain type of way, you need to do it like this and like this and like that, then you can't get the truth because all you are doing is what you're told to do. When you go on your own path, then you start to really get the truth. And it frees you. It frees your mind. And you'll be so surprised that all the things that we feel like we have to do, you don't even have to do it. You don't have to celebrate no holidays. You don't have to go to work. You don't have to do none of this stuff. Nothing. You can live however you want to live. And when you're in alignment, meaning you're raising your vibration, you're doing the work on yourself, you're healing, you're growing, you're doing all this stuff, then spirit takes care of you. All of your needs are met. Even if you don't have every single thing, it's only because you're in a cycle of learning, but you're going to get so much abundance and so much is going to come to you because of your alignment. But you don't know that when you're overworked and stressed out. You just don't know. So that's why it's important for us to stay stressed out. Okay? I don't want to say too much, but you know what I mean. Okay? There are a lot of entities that want to keep us stressed out and overworked. And now, since the vibration of the planet is rising and rising and rising, then now we are raising up. And there are people like me that are telling the truth. We're telling people, you can do whatever you want to do. But people are so terrified. I can't stop doing that. I can't, but you can. It's like I always say, like with the slaves, like when they freed the slaves, just imagine how they felt. When they say, okay, you're free, you can go wherever you want to go. It's like, where do I go? And a lot of them stayed because they felt like, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to take care of myself. But we're in a society now where it's like, there's so much information. You can literally do anything you want to do. Anything. But then there are people who are so fearful. They're in that fear matrix, okay? where they feel like everything is something to be afraid of. But you have so much assistance, even with AI. Like, it's not a bad thing. Learn it, use it, okay? And let it help you. You said, come on, sister, tell it. It's the truth. It's the truth, man. I feel so, I ain't gonna say I feel bad, okay? Because I know this is how spirit works. It is what it is. It has to be this way. But like for my mom and my dad's generation, they are so afraid of everything. Like even to get on a plane, some of them are just afraid of everything and they don't realize that they have been programmed to be like this. You go to church, you go to work. You go to church, you go to work. You go to church, you go to work, and you don't do nothing else. And they're so afraid of everything. They're sitting there watching the news every day. Like, I want to take the news off, okay? If they ever elect me as the president, there will be no more news. Done, okay? Cut the news off. Turn the TV off. Especially for older people. It should be illegal for older people to sit there and watch the news every day. It's like, no, no. You said, "Woo, you ain't never lied." I'm telling you the truth. I'm so sick of it. You say, "I've really been appreciating your videos. Thank you for showing up." Thank you. I'm here. Look, I'm here. You said no more news. Yes, I am sick of it. Oh my goodness. Half the time I don't even know what's going on because this is what I find too. You don't have to be involved in what's going on. That's people feel like because it's going on, they have to be involved in it. Because it's on the news or it's a big thing, that you need to know it. You don't. You don't need to know none of it. What you need to know, Spirit will tell you. You will be prepared years in advance. I know things that are going to happen that haven't even happened yet. But am I worried? No. Do I need to watch the news to get my information? No, because when you're connected to the source, why do you need to go to the news? They're just going to tell you what they want you to know. They're just going to make you feel how they want you to feel. So if you just completely stop watching it, then you're going to know what's going on. Like, I am very up to date on everything, okay? I'll be staying low, but I know what the vibes is, okay? But I'm not so into it. Like, my emotions is not into it because it's not really a thing for me. So I'm online all the time. So everything is online. You're going to know what's going on. But I'm not sitting up here going down a rabbit hole. Like, oh, let me, go and look more deep into this. Oh my goodness, this don't make no sense. Look at them, what they do. And it's like, why would I do that to myself? Why do that to yourself and get yourself all worked up and anxious? Because that's all it's going to do. You said, finally caught you live. Hey, cousin. You said that anxiety, the anxiety it brings to people is the worst. It is. It's terrible. Oh, my goodness. Oh, I don't want to participate. Like, what did Walt Disney say? I heard it was a recession and I choose not to participate. You don't have to participate. I'm telling you, when you connect to the source, Spirit will make sure you have everything you need. It don't matter how much it costs. The cost doesn't matter. You're going to have everything that you need. You may not have everything you want at certain points in the journey, but there will come a time when you'll have everything you want. But when you're going through that initiation phase, you're going to be going down. Things are going to be going down, but you're never going to run dry. You're never going to go without. And we're learning how to live in this flow. Thank you for the love. We're learning how to live in this flow with our Creator. And not trusting in ourselves, but trusting that there is a higher power that wants to take care of us. When we get out the way, it's real. So you really have to keep choosing not to participate daily. Yeah, sometimes multiple times a day. I'm telling you, it's going to keep coming at you. Everything going to keep coming at you. Trying to pull you in. Look, as fast as your thumb can swipe up, keep on swiping, okay? Watch something to make you laugh. I love watching babies on TikTok. They're hilarious. And now they got this TikTok going around where the parents throw the food down for the kid, and the kids sit up there trying to figure out why the parents threw the food down. It's so funny. Oh, my goodness. I watch things that make me laugh. And I know some people may say, oh, that's irresponsible. There's a lot of things going on in the world. You should be involved. I am involved. I'm involved more than you know. Okay? I'm involved. My whole life is involved in the betterment of other people. even if I don't move out of this seat, I can still impact what's going on in this world. So you can get involved and do your part without having to be emotionally manipulated. You know, it's not necessary. No. So I'm very involved, and I know exactly what's going on, and I know exactly what time it is. But, you know, I'm not getting worked up about it. They're not going to catch me up in that mess. Nope. Nope. And I think that finally we're starting to get it. Like, collectively, we are finally starting to get it. Like, it's better to stay on a high frequency and stay in that love frequency than allow yourself to dip down low. And now you're low, and now you got a bad attitude, and now you're chewing people up, and now you're cussing people out, and now you don't have the energy to do what you came here to do. That's the point of it all. But as above, so below. That's the same way that negative forces work on the other side. That's their role. What's your role? Okay? When we focus on what we came here to do, then we are doing what we need to do. We're doing our part. You say it's so not worth it. It's not worth it. You say, I think we are too. Yeah, we're getting it. We're getting it. And the more of us that choose not to participate, more of us will choose not to participate. That's how it works. So for so long, we could not make change, humanity as a whole, as a collective, because we all felt like this is what we have to do. We have to do these things. And the more people started to break away, then other people said, well, shoot, if you can break away, I can break away. If you don't have to work hard, I don't want to work hard. Tell me what you did. How you doing it? And we share, you know, we help each other. It is not always about money. Money is a man-made system. And when that system is gone and it's no longer here, then we'll see the whole time it wasn't real. And many of us know that it's not even real. But a lot of people put their value in something that's not even real. But when you're connected to the source, then you are going to know you're valuable, not because of what you have, but because of who you are, because of the power that you possess. Nobody can take that away from you. Nobody can take your connection away from you. That's why there's such a I don't want to say something that's too, you know, put you on the edge or nothing like that, but there are forces that are trying to get to your mind all the time. Like Cousin said, it comes at you all the time. And it's crazy, but you know, when you know, and you know how you feel, you know who you are, and you don't fall into those traps. You said it's never been about the money. It's not about the money. But so many people will say that, but then when spirits start to take that money away, then it's like, when spirit guided you to stop doing things, it was making you thousands and thousands of dollars so that you can choose to heal and work on yourself. Okay. Then you really see, okay, do you really believe? You're going to get put to the test. So a lot of people will say that they're healers and they want to do great things in this world. You're going to get put to the test. And I'm going to prepare you and I'm going to tell you that. That's why I tell y'all, join us in spiritual alignment class. There are a lot of resources for you ladies here. Okay? It doesn't matter what you want to do. If you want to start eating better, you want to start living better, you want to get in alignment with spirit, you want to work on yourself, you have a lot of resources here. You know where to find the resources. Okay? You have support and you can do it. You can do it. You said, okay, it's the truth. Y'all laugh. I'm telling you the truth. Spirits start to take that stuff away from you. You be like, okay, well, where are we going? Okay, look in the refrigerator. You say, okay, what if, okay. Oh, we eating this again. Okay, all right. Thank you. This money come the next day. Boop, and you're like, okay, all right, let's go to the grocery store now. Spirit have you up by your feet. You'll be like, oh, when am I going to get my feet down on the ground? He said, you too real, but I love it. It's real, baby. You don't know. Thank you, cousin. You don't know. Spirit will start taking stuff out your life. Okay? That's why I say don't throw the whole Bible out. Don't throw your whole religious book, whatever you believe. Don't throw the whole thing out, because there's some good stuff in there to help you. And Spirit will tell you, okay, this is true, this is not. You'll know. But how Spirit used to test people in the Bible, That's exactly how we get tested. And some people say, oh, the Lord will never test nobody. Shh, I don't know that one. That's the one that's giving y'all all this money. Y'all are praising the God that's giving y'all all this money and distracting you. I don't know that one. I don't know that one. I know the one that's going to chastise you, spank you up, and put you about that much within the inch of your life. You're going to feel like you can't breathe. Oh, okay. And then put the oxygen on you so you don't. And you better not say nothing. Until I tell you to. You better not say nothing. Okay, I won't say nothing. Thank you. But the whole time you see the way that you're transforming, so you know it's good. You know it's good because the way that you're changing inside, outside, everything is just peaceful and better. So you're like, this is good. Yes, this is. Oh, it's good. You said, cousin, that's exactly how it is. That's exactly how it is, baby. You on the high, low. That's why I say I don't blame people for wanting to stay in the world systems. I understand it. You might think it's hard there, but it's harder over here. I'm telling you the real truth. When I made that video about the 4D, the 5D, and the 3D living and things like that, a lot of people don't know that it's levels. And a lot of people say, oh, I want to live in the 4D. I want to live in the 5D. I don't want to live in this. You don't know what you're asking for. Say, hello, lovely lady. Well, hello. Hi. He said, honey, they be making sure you have faith for real. The real faith. For real, cousin. Cousin said they gonna make sure you got faith. Oh, man. And the same guys that you thought was your homies, you can go to for some help, they gonna turn on you. I'm just telling you the truth. They gonna turn on you. But that's where people go back to church. That's where they go back to religion. They say, oh, I knew this was evil. I gotta go. But I'm your cousin. I'm gonna help you through that, okay? They not evil. You're getting banged in. You're getting you gotta get this work, cuz. You gonna sink or you gonna swim? Sink. You wanna go back? Go back. Go ahead. Knock yourself out. Join the rest of the people. Okay? But if you make it, you make it. And our Creator knows who's created to make it through, like who can handle it. So those of us that are called to set apart and to be different, we were created differently because we can handle a lot. But even for us, we have to learn when to rest. We have to learn when to sit down. And that's the only thing that really keeps you sane on this path is learning how to be quiet, close your mouth, sit down, and don't say nothing. Just listen. Okay? Just listen. And just watch. Look, just listen and just watch. For real, you say you gotta get initiated, cause you gotta get initiated, man. You'll be crying. Ain't gonna be nobody there to hear you, but your guys that are around you, they gonna be comforting you, saying, "You all right? You all right?" You gonna be like, "I'm tired. I just want to talk to somebody." Then you gonna try to run and talk to somebody. You gonna be like, "I don't know why I talk to that stupid quack." People gonna be getting on your nerve because they don't understand. Ugh. Just go. Just go. It's weird, like, okay, that's why I told you be by yourself. You the one who want to be around them. Okay, now they getting on your nerve. What? What you want? He said, slow down. Yes. He said, oh my God, yes. He said, find your place and just let it go. Just let it out. Yeah, just let it out. Find your place. That's why I said, oh, man. I did not know it was going to go this way. I did not know I was going to move to Atlanta and it was going to be like this. I thought I was going to be on the party side. No. Because they say they got two sides of Atlanta. They got the healing side and they got the party side. This is like, what they say, Sodom and Gomorrah? Yeah. I can believe that's true. Especially like with all those HIV cases breaking out down here. If y'all in Atlanta or y'all know somebody down here, y'all better be careful. And it ain't just in Atlanta. It's everywhere. Remember I told y'all that too when I came back. Sidebar. Okay? A lot of us are being guided not to participate in certain things because there's other things going on behind the scene. And people choosing to do whatever they want to do. Whew, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. It's better on the side. Even though I say it's hard, okay? I did say it was hard. You're going to get jumped in. You're going to get beat down within your life. Okay, I said all that. But it's better. You're safe. You're going to be all right. I love listening to you. Thank you, cousin. Hey, listen, that spirit, I'm just told to go to the chair. He said, man, okay, it's crazy down here. It's crazy down here how much partying they do. Like, there's a club everywhere. You can literally go out every single day of the week down here if you want to. There's somewhere to go. There's something to do. But just like there's all that partying and stuff going on, there's just as much healing going on down here. And it's like you just pick a side. Because if you're in the healing aspect or the healing part of being down here in Atlanta, then that other part of the world doesn't even exist. So you know it's there. It's kind of like I was saying, you know that things are going on, but it's like that doesn't really affect you. It's because you're not living in that existence. You're not even on that time. You said literally 2 minutes from your house. Yeah, right. Because you're in Atlanta too, aren't you, cousin? I mean, you can have all kind of things going on down here in the A. I'm like, looks, I ain't involved, but I thought I was. I thought I was going to be, because when I first moved down here about 5 years ago, almost 6 years now, I was down here turning up. I was going out. I had my people down here. I had just bought the house. We were going to that club, to the club. Y'all already know, y'all cousin Kid. I already been out there. I told y'all. I partied and kicked it like everybody else. And I'm not going to ever tell no story about that. But I thought it was going to be that. And cousin, I was doing all that. Hold on, I got the puzzle piece. I was doing all that while I was still reading. I still was reading and drinking and everything. Just, living regular. And you don't know what you don't know yet. And then the boys come for you. Okay. Then you either straighten up or you don't. And if you don't straighten up, you're done. You say, yeah, I'm in Stone Mountain. Oh, Stone Mountain. I love Stone Mountain. I love going to Stone Mountain. You did tell me that, cousin. You told me that because you're in spiritual alignment class. I know you could. You say, cousin, I will have to tell you my story. Yes, cousin, you have to tell me your story. I know it's good. I got to start our podcast back up. I'm going to start the podcast back up because I used to record every Monday and I was like, I'm going to put a little hold on this because these cycles been hitting hard since the summertime up until now. Baby, it's just been, oh my goodness, a lot. It has been a lot. So I've been having to take a lot of time to myself, and that's important. And it doesn't matter what you do, whether you're a spiritualist or whatever job you do or whatever. You have to really work on yourself and give yourself that time to rest and reflect and all those things. It's so important. It's so important. Don't leave yourself out of the process. You see, I thought I was weird when I caught myself praying for forgiveness in the club. Because you was in there praying, oh, Lord, please, I'm sorry. That's when you was calling the Most High Lord. Oh, Lord. That's how you know where people are on their journey. They're still calling our Creator Lord. Would you call your parent Lord? No. But I used to do it too. Oh, Lord. Oh, please forgive me. Oh. That's how you know where they at. When you get close to spirit say, why are you calling me that? Or why are you calling me that? You know what they call me. Matter of fact, don't call me nothing. You ain't gonna call our Creator nothing at all. But it ain't nothing. It's everything. It's a beautiful journey. But you're right. I used to be smoking and praying at the same time. Please forgive me. did the same thing. He said, girl, yes, do that. I was looking for your page for a while and open TikTok, and there you are. Oh, cousin. I love it. I love it. Everybody keeps saying that, like, Ken, you been on my FYP. So I try to come on at least once a week, but it just depends on what the cycles is doing, because y'all already know. When the cycles is cycling, I'm in the cycle. So it just depends. Last week, I didn't come on last week at all. At all. I still post, but man, look, I got hit. Okay, I was getting hit last week. I said, dang, we had the 10-10 portal. Then it was back to back. Okay. What happened? Oh, yeah. The 10-10 portal, then my cycle, then the full moon. It was like, bam, bam, bam. Baby, let me tell you what I did last week. I'm telling you, I'm going to keep it real with you. I got up, I got dressed, and I put on my night clothes, and I got back in the bed. That's what I did all last week. But I did upload, and y'all know, y'all in the private community, y'all already know I was texting with y'all. Because I'm always texting. Sidebar, if y'all haven't joined Spiritual Alignment class, join Spiritual Alignment class, because we text and talk all the time. But other than talking to y'all, man, I got dressed and put on pajamas the whole week. The whole week, baby, I had my feet up. Oh. The bird. Sometimes it's like that. You say, I love water and sun gazing here. Yes, I do too. I do too. You say, how do you join? So, y'all know what a link to that? Y'all know what a link to that? It's the first link in the bio. You'll see it. It's going to pop out at you. It's going to say join Spiritual Alignment class. But there's so many resources. So, if you don't want to join right now or you can't join right now, then, whatever the case may be, let Spirit guide you. Because there's so much that I've been guided to create and to share with you all. Just go over there and check it out, okay? Because you're on your journey. When you're in a self-healing journey, it's just, like I said, it's a relationship between you and Spirit. There's just tools and resources that are in the bio that'll help you on your path, all right? So if you want to stop eating meat and you don't know what to eat, go to the bio. There's some things there for you. You will know what to eat. You will know, okay? There's no excuses. There's no excuses, and that's just a sidebar. Whatever Spirit is guiding you to do, share it. Share it. You may feel like, oh, it's not ready. Oh, I'm not this. Oh, I'm not that. I'm not. Just show up and let Spirit do the rest. You don't know who's watching or whatever the case may be. Just show up when you're guided to show up. I'm not saying show up every day, but just show up and share what you have. If you have a job, cool. But there's something that Spirit is guiding you to do on the side, and it's time for you to start doing that. Like, take it serious. Take it serious. And when you're down, you take that downtime. Like all the ladies in Spiritual Alignment class, I tell you to take at least one day every week for rest. That means you're just not available. You're done for the day. And in that time while you're resting, you're going to be getting guidance. And whenever Spirit is guiding you to do something or to create something or to share something, it always seems like it's an idea. So you may feel like, oh, I have an idea. I think I want to try this. I think I want to do this. Do it. Okay? I'm here to tell you. Do it. You may feel like it's crazy. You may feel like, how's it going to get done and all that. You're worrying about Spirit's part. Your part is to do the thing and be obedient to that and keep showing up. I don't care who's watching. I don't care if one person watch. Y'all know when I started this page over, I went from having millions of views to one view. I went from having hundreds of people on my live to now having this type of live here. And it don't matter if it's one person on this live and showing up. It doesn't matter. When I do our monthly healing sessions for single moms, last month, or not last month, when the last time I did one? I think I did the last one in July. One lady showed up. One lady. But I didn't really tell nobody. I think I sent out a few emails or something, but I only told a few people about the session. Sidebar, there's another one coming up Sunday. For single mothers, there's a healing session that I'll do on Sunday. Sign up. Okay? But one lady signed up. And do you know, she was in the hospital. And when I got on the live, she was looking at me. I'm looking at her. I'm looking at her. I said, hey, girl, what's going on? Hey, cousin, we were were on there talking like it was just me and her. And I still went through with my presentation and my slides and everything, right? And I ended up giving her some messages because Spirit has some messages just for her. And when she got off the call, she knew, okay, of some things that she needed to know. And nobody else was supposed to be on that call but me and her. And I know that's how Spirit works. So I'm not so dedicated to watching the numbers like I used to be. When I was on YouTube, I used to be like that. Because I felt like if nobody's watching, then this ain't working. That's when I first started off on my journey. I was just now beginning my spiritual path. But now I know, because I have a relationship with Spirit, and I know it could be one person that you're sent to help. Just one. And that one person is just as important as hundreds and thousands of people. To our Creator, it's just as important. So I'm going to show up. You said your granny's birthday is 10/10, and even more phenomenal, she was born in 1925. My grandma was born in 1925 too. Aww. I never met my granny though. I never had the experience of having a grandmother. That is not a part of my experience, but I bet it would have been nice. It would have been nice. But that's cool. That is cool. And that is 100 years. Wow. And just imagine our life is going by just the same way. Our life is going by just the same way. And in 100 years, where do you think you'll be? Who knows? Okay. I don't know if I'll still be here or not, but regardless of the fact, we're going to get to that point. And it's like, what did you do here? What did you leave behind? Because I've been watching these documentaries, right? And I'm going to let y'all go. I've been watching these documentaries about tycoons, right? I've just been really on this tycoon kick, right? So I'm watching all these people who have done great things in the world and in America, the Rockefellers and all these people, right? And I'm like, dang, even though they will call him crooked or whatever, like, JP Morgan, all these things. They say, oh, these people were crooked and they were, all these crazy successful men and just, basically fighting to be the number one. And I was thinking though, like, they really did change the world for the better, with changing how industries work. Like when they were creating like the steel and the railroad tracks and things like that. And I'm like, they really did make a great impact in this world. So even though people will say whatever they say about them on a personal level, they still did great things. So I'm like, if we are thinking about changing other people's life, or just how can we make the world better for other people, that is how you become greatly successful. It's not just about making money or doing the thing or whatever. No. If you want to leave a great impact, everybody who has left a great impact has made the world better for people in the future. So where we are now, we have so much opportunity to think about how can we make the world better for future generations. If you're thinking like that, you are going to be so successful. So whatever it is that you do now, I know I just took it way up there. But that's where we have to go, okay? Your vibration has to go up that high. You can't think about how things are going to get done and I don't know how this is going to work, because people who do great things, they're not thinking about the problem. They're thinking about the solution to the problem. So you are being guided to do something. Just do it and let it go and evolve and grow into something great big, because like Cousin said, 100 years, it's going to go by. It's going to go by. And your children and your grandchildren, they're going to know what you did by the legacy that you leave behind. Because you may not be here in the physical, but everything you do is going to impact not only their lives, but a lot of people's lives. So that's the mindset that we have to have moving forward. That's why we can't focus on the negative things, because we're thinking about how we are moving things forward. So I was just thinking about the other day, like, wow, I'm in the wellness space, women's wellness. how can I make the experience better for women here on this earth? Like being a woman here on this planet. How can I make the world different for women on this planet? And I just started having all kind of ideas, just not even limiting myself to money or what this or that. I'm just thinking, because the next generation, they are going to be the ones to benefit from the things that we do now. He said, she raised me. I don't remember my mother. Oh, that's so sweet. I love a sweet granny. I do. I'm going to be a sweet granny one day. I always think about that. Because my children, they get older. But I said, I'm going to be so good to my grandkids. Oh, I can't wait. They're going to be like, Granny Ken. They're going to call me Granny Ken. All my nieces and nephews, they call me Auntie Ken. And my grandkids gonna call me Granny Ken. Granny Ken. My kids call me Mama Ken. Mama Ken. And my grandbaby's gonna call me Granny Ken. And they gonna get so spoiled by me. So when I posted for her, I stated, I'm not celebrating her birthday, I'm celebrating her existence. Yes. Oh my, because she's not gone. She's not gone. We don't leave. It's like, this is what I always say. When it comes to death or, alleged death, nothing dies because energy cannot be destroyed. So you go from one realm of existence to another. And this is why we're able to connect to the spirit realm, because it's still a part of the universe. It's still a part of this world. So when I think about, somebody transitioning, it's like being in a house. So you go from one room to another room. The people that are with you in this room, when you go to that room, they're not in that room with you. But if you connect to those senses I was telling you about, you connect to spirit, then you will find a way. Somehow you'll be guided to be able to, you used to put the cup on the, you put the cup on the wall, you can hear it. You say, what you said? You can hear in that other room what's going on over there. Oh, for real, word? Okay, well, if I'm hearing this right, then tell me this. I'll tell you, it's real. Now, if that spooked you out, I'm sorry. But it's real, okay? You can connect to those guys on the other side. And, I don't necessarily recommend calling forth, people who have transitioned on the other side, because you don't know what their experience is like. So you don't want to interrupt their experience. You always want to pray for them to peacefully evolve and grow. But there are guides that are on a higher vibration. They are, angels and forces that are on a high frequency, and they connect to us. They comfort us. They help us in many different ways. They teach us a lot of different things. And like I was saying earlier, a lot of things that we know now, while we all are coming up and raising our vibration, you hear people talking about these things, is because spiritualists are talking about these things, but they're getting information from the spirit realm. They're bringing that information back here to the physical, and it's helping us. It's not nothing to be afraid of. It's nothing to be afraid of. So the best thing you could do for somebody who passed on the other side is, number one, raise your vibration, because you're connected. Your bloodline is connected. Thank you. You're still connected. So the work that you do, y'all all doing it. Everybody's doing it. That's why I say, even if you have to disconnect from people in the physical, sometimes you got to let family members go. You're still doing the work for your bloodline by moving forward. So the work that we do on ourselves is helping those that came before us, because we're aligning with the source, which is what we came here to do. In this generation, this is what we came here to do. So it's helping everybody. Your prayers getting answered like that. You praying for people on the other side, for them to have a peaceful journey, for spirit to look out for them, spirit to look out for your people over here. Your prayers are getting answered because you're in good standing with the source. This is the reason why back in the day, our grandmothers used to pray and they used to get results. Now women pray and they don't get, look, the prayer hit the ceiling and come right back down. It's like, girl, you prayed. You prayed. I thought you prayed, okay? Why are we still going through this? You know what I'm saying? because our grandmothers lived a certain lifestyle. They wasn't out there twerking and working and breast all out and doing all, they wasn't doing that. A lot of the grandmothers who had that close relationship with our creator, and it doesn't matter what they believe, whether it's religion or whatever it is, they believed in a higher power, and their connection to the higher power gave them this reverence where they had a respect for themselves, other people, and they just led with so much love. Now women nowadays, not all women, but a lot of women are just, they're not connected to the source. And that's the problem. We have to get back in the love frequency. We have to get back connected to the source so that we can get our prayers answered. Thank you. Thank you for the gifts. Thank y'all. So we can get our prayers answered, because we're the ones that pray for the men, pray for the children, pray for the family. We're the ones who do that. We are the backbone as the women. But we have to get back in alignment. But, you know, just thinking about elders and grandparents and stuff like that, it just makes me so happy. Because I know one day I'll be one. I'll be one. I'm still going to be looking fine just like I'm looking right now. Look, am I going to dye my hair? I don't know. No, I'm just saying. No, I ain't going to dye my hair. My hair going to be gray. It's going to be gray. I'm getting gray now, cousin. I said, oh my goodness. I found like 2 gray hairs in my head. I said, oh, it's getting real. It's getting real. It's okay, y'all. We gotta get old. We gotta get there. But getting older is not a bad thing if you are making an impact in the world, if you're doing something, if you're moving humanity forward and changing the world. It's a good thing. Getting older is a good thing. Or getting older is a good thing. And I know that the group of women that I'm aligning with, you have so much to do. And my responsibility is to come here and help you through whatever it is that you're going through, and to remind you that when you get tired, rest. Rest. You need that. You need that rest. It's so important. When you're creating, you have to rest. And men too. Men out there listening, you need your rest. It's so important for you to stay sane. Rest, okay? All right, y'all. I love y'all so much. I think I have, I've overtalked. I'm only supposed to be on here for an hour, and I say that every time. I say I'm going to get on here for an hour, and I'll be on here for 2 hours. Okay, y'all. I love y'all. If y'all want to watch the live replay, it will be over on YouTube at the Lighthouse Women of Virtue. Don't forget to check the bio for all the resources. If you want to join us in spiritual alignment class, you'll find the link there. It's going to be the first link. If you want to join the healing session this Sunday for single mothers, it's completely free. You can join. I will be doing some energy healing. I try to do it once a month, but you know, like I said, we'll see. But I'm doing one this Sunday. All right, so sign up. I'm here to support you. I definitely will share more with you on Sunday. And if you want support, if you want a community, join the group chat. We're in spiritual alignment class, okay? Join us in the group chat. And I will talk to you all later. If you're watching the live replay on YouTube, make sure you come over to TikTok and subscribe and catch me on live, okay? I love y'all so much. Let me see the comments. I think we're good. All right, y'all. I love y'all. Thank y'all for the love. Thank y'all for the hearts. Thank y'all for the gifts. Thank y'all for everything. I love y'all so much, and I will talk to y'all soon. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. It's so important. Take care of your mind, and just, you know, take some things off of your plate. It's okay. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. You have the freedom to choose, okay? All right. I love you so much again, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.